Hello there, this is Darth Rabbit07 coming to you today with another quick review. This one is the McFarlane Superman theatrical edition as Ryder comes up into the table in the frame to, show he's a super dog. Well, Superman's got his dog Krypto, and this is that release. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Me and Ryder's going to crack open Superman and Krypto. And oh, how fitting it is to have my dog on the table with this on the turntable with Superman and his adopted dog. And I really do love this figure so far. The box, it looks so great there. Corn Sweat crushed it as Superman, and actually the cast did crush it. Not going to give away any spoilers, but yeah, Krypto was freaking amazing. And that's all I'm going to give you on the movie. Let's see how these faces look on that and switching it out. And if I could get you to pause and scan here, this is the barcode. If you're looking in stores, I hope that helps you out. And pause and scan here and take a look at both the card and its bio there on the back side. I'll give you a few more seconds, and or like I said, just pause it and take a read up on that. And here are the figures with their life imitating box art, imitating life poses the best I could get them. Now, the one big outstanding glaring negative that you get a Superman figure, you shouldn't just get a display stand, you should actually get a flight stand. He comes with 0 flight stand, and he does not have a corresponding clenching fist and a corresponding fisticuffs. So, I mean, you got one of each, and that's just kind of off balance. You do get 2 flying hands, and you do get some beautiful faces here. Let's take a look at that. A little bit of paint blemish there, but that's okay. And here's the other face, giving you all the good looks that Superman has in the movie there, and his heat vision. Or if you're Homelander, your laser face eyes there. And those are just going to flop on over there. And we'll take a quick look at Krypto, because there's not a lot to him outside of some excellent detailing, some fairly nice paint work for a McFarlane figure. I don't do a lot of these reviews of other stuff outside of G.I. Joe and Transformers and Star Wars. I very seldom do Star Wars stuff, but I love the way the ear perks up. He's always listening for the whistle, and very, very awesome. Cloth Goods cape looks great. The S looks awesome, very comic book accurate. And under the cape there, I like the way that just kind of holds and fixes that. I've seen other folks, go and try to articulate this head, but mine's very stiff and probably painted shut, so I don't want to tear it off. You do get the nice Superman logo there. I love that collar. I wish there was more to Krypto, because there's a lot more to him if you watch that new film. And that movie was so nice. I watched it twice. I enjoyed it the first time with just my son. Then I took my wife and my daughter and my son, and we all had a blast watching it together on a Saturday night. I'm telling you guys, this movie was really, really great. And I'm so glad I was able to find this at GameStop a couple weeks ago. I didn't want to review it without knowing a little bit about the movie and stuff. You got the S on the back, the Cloth Goods cape with the bendy wire to help with posing. And I'm not very good at posing flying characters. I'm not really a huge Superman fan, but I had such a good time. This figure just deserves a little bit of time on the turntable. Let's get him off of the flight pose, and let's go through his articulation. And with that bendy wire, you can get that wind-blown look cape. Very heroic looking, really, really awesome. You do get some up, that far down. You get pretty good movement there in the head. And I thought there was another joint, but nope. That's the way it does on these. You got all the way around. It's got it looks like it's got a butterfly or some other joint there. I'm just not that familiar with the McFarlane stuff. I love the texture work and the detail throughout the new outfit. It looks really, really awesome. Like the gold border around the S, and it looks really, really awesome. Very, very comic book accurate. You do get a ab thing going on there and some swivel if you desire. You can line it back up with the rest of the outfit. You do get a waist articulation, which I did not expect, which is always a plus in my book. You can get that much in the legs that far forward. Gets caught up on the underwear. I'm so glad they got the underpants. It's not underwear, it's underpants. This is a weird joint there with the hand, with it constantly open all the time, like he's going to go up here and choke somebody. don't remember him doing that actually, or it could be a grasping hand versus a choking hand. Or you can make it useful with the force. And then you got the upper bicep swivel. It's really, really tight on mine. You got the matching colors with the pins. So there's your pins. You got that much in the elbow and the arm. The wrist can go all the way around. If you have like something you can interchange, you could probably pop that off of there. I kind of worry with how thin that is, how that does there. And then for McFarlane figures, I think it's painted good skin color there. I like that. I like that fisticuffs. I really wish we had 2 of each. Here, let's see if I can get it to focus. The detail work is really, really top notch and awesome. You get around there. Has it got a Y-axis? Yeah, I think it's got a Y-axis too. I mean, you can get whatever kind of punching poses you actually ever need with him there. And then doesn't get a whole lot far back. He's got double at the knee with the pins there. I like that the pins do match up. Really, really awesome. And you get some weird McFarlane. It's not weird if you're a McFarlane fan, but you got that standard stuff, clickety, and you got some toe there. And does it rock? I don't think it rocks at all. I could be wrong, but I don't mess with a lot of McFarlane stuff, but pretty crazy looking, awesome stuff. And now we're going to change those faces out. And here he is with his "Where's Krypto" face as he barges in. Some intensity without the snare of total rejection. But yeah, very, very nicely painted all the same. And he's totally not messing around, getting ready to use the heat ray laser beam Homelander eyes face. And Homelander kind of ruined it for me, but you know, Superman had the heat vision first. Looks very akin to laser beams. Very, very awesome. Very, very cool sequence in the movie. It's just really hard to replicate with a figure, but not bad at all. I think it's pretty greatly painted compared to what I'm used to with some of the Hasbro stuff. And here he is in his up and away flying pose, the way I wanted to do it for this closing shot. And some final thoughts. I am really not that super crazy about Superman, but guys, this movie and this awesome dog changed my mind. Now these figures, are they super perfect? Not really. I think they could be done better, but I mean, for some of the other McFarlane figures that I have, these are absolute standouts. I love the soft goods cape. I love the bendy wire, and I just wish that Krypto had more for the price I paid for it. I got this at GameStop, and it was a little bit more expensive than it needed to be, but it did come with a few more things than just a standard release, which I don't think comes with any extra hands, and it might even be punching hands or something like that. But this guy is really, really awesome. If you guys haven't caught it yet, I think it's a very fun watch. Definitely an awesome summer movie, and the only one of the Superman of the last, ever since the 78 first release and then the second movie there, I've watched multiple times in the theater. I was too young to watch it in the theater, and then I watched it through the 80s many times. If I wasn't watching Star Wars, I was watching, the first 2 Supermans there until they released the third and the fourth. And the third and fourth, I'm not too crazy about. The first and second one were really good with Christopher Reeves. But taking nothing away from Man of Steel, Henry Cavill, and taking nothing away from Brandon Routh's Superman Returns, which I know a lot of people didn't like. I thought that shuttle sequence was really phenomenal. I do like Lex Luthor's, Lex, and Jesse Eisenberg's Lex in the Dawn of the Justice League movies for Zack Snyder. But this one for James Gunn with Nicholas Hoult being Lex, I mean, really, really awesome. I'd like to get a hold of the other figures from this movie because the cast really did crush this. And McFarlane did a pretty daggone good job with this as well. I just wish that we could have had more hands with it. A flight stand that did better. This one's kind of wobbly, and I'm not a really super good posing, but this guy's going in on my shelf of the McFarlane stuff I do got. It's not as much as my Transformers, my Joes, my Star Wars, and all that stuff, but this movie I thought it was phenomenal. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching, and things are looking up. Hopefully this is a good start to the DC universe, and hopefully a plethora of more figures. Have a great day out there. Take care. Stay safe.